So when I first got started with plecos, the first question I asked was how you breed them. And in this video, I will tell you everything I knew and know now about plecos. I'll tell you how to breed them, how to keep them, the filtration levels, and also my new pleco projects such as the Green Dragon Ancistruis, these little guys, the Snow White Ancistruis, and the Wabenmusters. We also have some new exciting Green Dragon babies and exciting new projects to show you. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the video. So now I'm going to talk you through how plecos breed. The female and the male, when they're ready, the male will lure the female into the cave, trap her in there, she'll lay the eggs, and you'll fan them for a few days. Then the wigglers will hatch, and then the male will guard the cave until their yolk sac has been fully absorbed by the fry. How you raise them artificially is I slosh them out of the tube with the male still in the cave into a breeder box, like I'm doing here. After I slosh them out of the tube, I manually pick feed them until they get up to sellable size and release them into a bigger tank. Then I ship them off to you guys on ncplecocavers.com. So now let's talk about some good and bad examples of pleco caves used in this hobby. Let's take it over to Fishroom NC. So caves, this would be an example of something bad. You see how it goes through? It's not see-through. Like you need to have something like at the bottom protecting it so that it's a one-way entrance, okay? This would be good for a fry grow out, broke a bit. It'll be good with some algae on it too, so this will go perfect for fry tank, stuff like that. Let's now show you a good example. So this right here is a pleco cave made by my friend. You can see it's pinched at the end here, so it's all pinched out. And you got a nice opening and then this little contraption where the eggs don't go through, so you can't kick them out. I don't know. It works. This pleco cave has been bred, but I'm testing out the new pleco ceramic. So yeah, it's just hole and then one-way exit. Show you the pleco cave I got today. This pleco cave is from Aquarium Co-op. Not sponsored, by the way, sadly. Hopefully one day I'll get sponsored by Aquarium Co-op. So these are for my Wabenmusters. These guys are adult, proven pair. So they're a bit bigger. So I just like to go for, a more larger cave. Let me get this out, make sure I don't break it. So you can see the one-way entrance and then the closed out entrance on the other side. This cave is absolutely perfect for plecos. For larger plecos, as you can see. The pleco ceramics is really good for smaller plecos. Wabenmusters, they get a bit bigger, but they're still Ancistruis. So we'll look at them in a minute. We'll start with the next topic, feeding. So in terms of feeding, I take one thing for all my fish, liberal. You gotta kind of be liberal with them when you're trying to make them breed. It's not maintaining them, we're trying to make them breed. So I mix up the variety of the diet. As you can see for my betas, I use black worms. Now for the plecos, I use the Cichlid Extreme bottom tablets, repashy, and canned green beans. Those are their favorite foods of all time. I vary them day to day. Sometimes I make homemade repashy, and then I give them an algae wafer, or I just have them graze them. So we're talking plecos. We're not talking about betas, whatever up. I use sponge filters for everything. But for the plecos, they get a bit different of a treatment. They get my favorite filter of all time. And I'm not biased here. This is not sponsored here. This is box filters. They have filter media in there. I put filter floss in there. Amazing job. Change it out twice a week. Everyone's going to say, where's the bacteria? It's in the gravel base at the bottom. And the top part is changeable. So the gravel face is biological, and the top is mechanical. So we've talked about pleco caves, we've talked about feeding, we've talked about filtration. Tank setup, easy. Gravel, filter, feed, done. Let's go on the moment you've been waiting for. Wabenmusters. The moment you've been waiting for. These are the legendary Wabenmusters. So everyone's saying it's a brown, but if you look really closely, they got the honeycomb pattern. They're just stressed out right now, and it took them a long trip to get here. So they've been a bit stressed out, but you could see the more golden shape on the pleco. You can see the little line stripes. So they are true Wabenmusters. They were grown out. I only could find a pair. I recommend getting a group and then growing them out, but I only had a pair option, so I went for the pair. Now you could see their honeycomb pattern right there. That's the honeycomb pattern. These are amazing fish. Hope to get some batches out of them soon, auctioning them off, selling to you guys online at ncplecocavers.com. But yeah. This is the first question I got when talking about bristlenose plecos. How many varieties are there? There's many. Albino, super red, green dragon, a lot of other stuff. I'll put the list up right now. Boom. That's the first question done. Second question, how do you sex them? I covered that in a lot of videos before. But for those guys that are new, you sex them by the bristles and the belly shape. The male will have gnarly bristles, and the female will have a rounded belly, not a streamlined body, and will turn to be nice and plump and fat. A lot of people ask about feeding your fry, and I feed them twice a day in a little breeder box until they absorb their yolk sac and give them another week before I put them in the main tank. And as you see with my epistogrammas here and my green dragon plecos, I give them like once a day feeding for the breeders. And then for the fry, I feed them twice a day. So, now that you've known how to do a pleco cave, feed the plecos, filter the poop, do everything you need, you're done. Just leave them alone, let them do their thing, give them some water changes, trigger them, and sooner or later, you're going to have a good batch of fish to sell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out the website. More merch coming, a lot of stuff coming up. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.